Hello, welcome back. Last time, I did a guided meditation, and I wanted to get a little bit deeper into that. So let's do it. Sit comfortably. Breathe deeply. In through your nose, and out through your nose. If it's more comfortable for you to involve your mouth, then do so. As you breathe, imagine the air filling your lungs from the bottom. As you inhale, the air goes into the bottom of your lungs and swirls and arches up to fill the top of your lungs as well. And your belly moves outward. And now you exhale. Your belly moves inward. And you exhale all the air from inside your lungs. Do this a few times. Pay attention to how it feels as the air fills your lungs and your lungs expand. Pay attention to how it feels as you breathe out and the air leaves your lungs. Pay attention to the physical sensation and the rhythm of breathing. Don't force any of it. Let it happen naturally. This is called abdominal breathing. And if you find this difficult, just breathe normally. As you concentrate on your breath, you will become aware of your thoughts. They're racing because that's how thoughts appear. You may be thinking about song lyrics or what you're going to eat later. Maybe you're trying to remember an actor's name. Maybe you're thinking about something that happened a long time ago that you wish you could erase from your past. You could be thinking about important things. You could be thinking about unimportant things. Your thoughts are flowing, and you don't know how to stop them. They distract you as you focus on your breath, and this is normal. This is where a lot of people get stuck with meditation. They say, how do I stop this constant flow of thoughts? How do I quiet my mind? Well, there are a number of different answers, but I will tell you mine. That is why I'm here. You don't stop the flow of thoughts. You don't empty your mind. Instead, you direct your attention. The constant flow of thoughts wants your attention. So once you become aware of your thoughts, your attention will drift from your breath to your thoughts. This is inevitable. Draw your attention back to your thoughts every time you feel it drifting to something else. This process, intentionally directing your attention to where you are and what you are doing, to this moment, that is meditation. Meditating is not sitting still with your eyes closed and no thoughts in your head. Meditation is intense inner work. So every time you feel your attention drifting, just bring it back. No judgment. You can't go wrong. You can't mess up. There's no way. When your attention drifts, just bring it back. And you don't need to tell yourself, I failed because my attention wavered. Or I'm doing it wrong because my attention keeps drifting. Your attention is going to drift. Refocus with no judgment, no assessment of how well you're doing. This isn't a competition. You're not being graded. You don't need to assess how good you are at meditating. You don't need to assess the thoughts that are constantly flowing. You don't need to say, is that a good thought? You don't need to say, I wish that I wasn't having this thought. This thought is obnoxious. This thought is recurring. I hate this thought. Take all that judgment away, because that's just more thoughts. I should say, step away from that judgment. What you are right now is a person in the place you are in the position you are in, focusing on your breath with thoughts in your mind. And that's it. Just be that. Yes, thoughts are flowing in your mind. They're flowing like your breath, without your control. And it's okay. You don't need to control them. You don't need to assess them. You will get to a point at which you can watch them go by. And you don't have to say anything about them. Imagine that you are sitting on the bank of a river. You are in the forest. You are attentive to your breath. And you know the water is flowing past you. You can see it, you can hear it. There it goes. And you are not in control of the water. You are not the master of the water. The water is not the master of you. The water is not you, and you are not the water. You and the water are in the same place. And it is not your job to control where the water goes, or to inspect individual drops of the water. You are sitting on the bank, and the water is flowing by. And that's as deep as that situation goes. That's as sophisticated as it needs to be. When you find your mind drifting, perhaps to thoughts about an actor's name, or perhaps to judgments about how well you're doing, bring your attention back to your breath. In your breath is the sound of the ocean. The breath is in the back of your throat a little bit. This is called Ujjayi breathing. As you inhale, the air is entering your sinus. It is not more far forward. That wasn't very good grammar, was it? It's not far forward in your nose. The sound of the breath is in the back. Imagine that you're going to start snoring. That's sort of the feeling that you're looking for. In with the sound of the ocean. The air goes into the bottom of your lungs, comes up into the top of your lungs. Belly goes out, and then out with the sound of the ocean. Belly goes in. You blow all the air out. It takes as long as it takes. And if it's uncomfortable to do it like that, don't do it like that. Just breathe the best way you can so that you are comfortable and you can get all your air. And focus on your breath, the feeling of your breath, the sound of your breath. Eventually, it will become automatic. You can stop breathing deeply and start breathing normally. Your thoughts are still going. You're not focusing on them. You're focusing on the feeling of the surface you're sitting on and the air around you, the sound of your breath, and the feeling of your belly moving in and out, and the air in your lungs. And you're not doing a bad job. You're not worried about whether you're doing this better than anyone else. How good a meditator are you? It doesn't matter. You're directing your attention, and that's the point. You're intentionally directing your attention to your breathing. Now, imagine what it would take for you to stand up right now. Imagine what you would have to do physically, how the motions in your back, or rather the muscles in your back and in your legs, would have to move in order for you to rise from wherever you are. Imagine moving those muscles without moving your body. feel the sensation of those muscles moving without your body moving. Standing without standing, moving without moving. This can start to feel a little bit like you're floating. Focus on this feeling. The feeling of rising from where you are. How your body would move. How your muscles would contract. How you would lift your weight. Imagine it happening. You may find that you've never thought about that sensation before. But you can. Focus on that. Direct your attention to that physical sensation or to the memory of that physical sensation that is in your muscles. The muscle memory that allows you to move your body the way you need to move it in order to stand. Your eyes are closed. Your thoughts are flowing, and you let them flow. There they go. They're here and then they are gone. They don't need you. They don't make you. You is a process. You are not the result of the process of your thoughts. The process of feeling or the processes that keep your body functioning. You are those processes. If, indeed, you can be said to mean anything. Your thoughts are going by, independent of you. They don't need you to judge them. They don't need your attention right now. Your attention is on your body. Physical sensation. And your breath. The sound of the ocean. If it helps you, you can imagine that you're somewhere else. A beach. A forest. When you start to get distracted by the details of the place you are imagining, bring your attention back. You are directing your attention. You are where you are right now. Wherever you are, that's where you are. Whatever you're doing, that's what you're focusing on. And you're not failing. You're not messing up. You're doing it exactly the way you should be doing it. Because there is no way to fail. There's no way to lose. Even directing your attention just a little bit is success. Peace is inside you. Calm is inside you. You don't need to find your inner peace. Your inner peace is inner. You don't need to find calm. you have calm. You can direct your attention however you want. Peace is inside you, moving with your breath. You are the process of being alive. You are here right now. Meditation is a way to be rather than something to do. You are just being. You don't need quiet. You need focus. And you have focus. Every time your attention drifts, bring it back. Don't worry about how many times it drifts. It's always going to. Always. No matter how long you meditate. I've been meditating for more than 10 years. Your attention is always going to drift. Bring it back to your breath. And the sensation of moving without moving. You are being still, but you are not waiting. Stillness without waiting. You're not waiting to be done meditating, because meditation is a way to live. It is a way to be. When you are done sitting, when you stand, and continue your day, you are still meditating. You are still directing your attention. You can direct your attention no matter where you are, no matter what is happening around you. You don't have to sit down with your eyes closed. You can direct your attention in any situation. You are still without waiting. You are just focusing. With that, I will leave you, and I hope that this has helped. If you have any questions about meditation or mindfulness, please contact me. Ask me in the comments. I'm happy to try to help. As always, thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next video.